Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another Friday night live stream here at Christ-Centered Ironworks. This time in our living room. We're going to have us a nice little Q&A chat. This stream will be a little on the shorter side this evening because we will be having a member stream after this live stream is over. So this live stream, we're going to go from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. this evening, and then the member stream will start promptly at 7 p.m. till, well, whenever I get done shutting up, I guess. Stop talking. So welcome everybody. Good to see all your faces. I see some familiar faces on the screen, so it's pretty awesome. Glad to have everybody here. So Jess, you want to read them off?
Yeah, sure. Possum Sausage, 00 Negative, Melissa Wilson, Dogbone Knives, John Brunell, Danimals Creation and Adventures, Bill Will, to name a few.
Hello. Oh, I also want to get to this question real quick. Rob, the cameras that we're using right now are the Panasonic Lumix S5s. So that's our new cameras that we've been using. Our previous cameras to that we've used like pretty much for what, 6 years, 7 years, a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least 6 or 7 years was a Panasonic G7. Panasonic makes some really great cameras, especially in the Lumix line. They're affordable and they're feature rich, so we really like them. In fact, when I upgrade these cameras again in the future, I will be going to their S1 line up, where they have S1Hs, which are much more of like a cinematography type of camera. So I'll be upgrading to that in the future, but they're a little bit too choice for this man right now. So, but yeah. So tonight we're gonna have a giveaway stream. So this is a giveaway stream, and we're also going to be announcing what the year of is. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, you are correct. It is Yama's famous jellyfish.
Yep, Yama's famous jellyfish action right there. Look at that.
It's in our window perfectly.
Yep. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to be give away some items. We'll be talking about this year how the format's going to work for the giveaway streams, and then like I said, we will end this stream right around 6 o'clock, and then for anybody who's a channel member, we will be having a members live at 7 p.m. That'll give us time to have a little bit of a break, eat some dinner with our kids, and come back and do a live stream for all the channel members. So if you guys are like, if you're new here and you're like, what the heck's a channel member? If you look in the comment section here that's going by, anybody that's got those little flaming anvils on fire, they are channel members. And there's all sorts of great perks and discounts and things like that for being a channel member. And you guys can go check that out. I think it's where do they go to? They go to our homepage?
Yeah. So you go to our homepage and then you go to our community tab. And so it'll specifically show the members post on the community tab. Yep.
And then there's various tiers that you can get a part of. Of course, it's all what YouTube does. They got their little tier system and stuff. But yeah, so any member will be available at the member stream a little bit later. So yeah. I'm pretty excited. I'm excited about this evening. We got some great items to give away. Again, this is going to be a Q&A live stream, so we do plan on doing, I'm here to answer questions. I can stay focused on the questions. I'm not trying to manage 17 different things. So, we should have some good answers and some good rants and some good laughs and maybe a few tears along the way.
Maybe.
Not my tears. Not my tears, but...
Corey Shire says, hello, Roy and Jess. Happy New Year. Is it too cold outside?
It's not too cold for me. No, a little cold for her. It's a bit nip for her, huh? Yeah? What do you think?
It's a bit chilly.
It's like, what, -4?
It's probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like -4 right now.
Lightly snowing.
So, yeah.
To add to our 2 foot of snow we got last week.
Yeah. Again, it's not bad. I've spent all week, well, I live outside, basically. I come in to sleep and eat. That's about it. So, the rest of my time's outside, so it's not bad for me. I enjoy the snow.
Bill, we ended up with Yama's jellyfish because he decided to gift it to us
Yep.
at Quad State this year, and
Yep.
so we proudly display it here at our house.
Yep, so we're proud new owners of it. Proud new owners of it. So, Jess, let's go over some of the giveaway items that we'll be giving
let's
away
do that, and I
this
have
evening.
pictures too.
Yeah, you got some pictures.
Go
let's
over
let's load those
there.
up real quick. So we're gonna go with the first one. So the first items we'll be giving away in tonight's giveaway live stream will be an A-frame guillotine tool kit. So we have these over at our website, www.blacksmithingblanks.com. So you guys can go check that out if you're interested. We do sell these over there. We'll be giving one of those away as a prize. We'll also be giving away a C-frame guillotine toolkit as well in tonight's stream. We'll be giving away a 3-piece skillet kit set, and this will be in the teardrop style handle or traditional style handle. We've got them in hook tail style. We've got them as just the skillet bodies too themselves. And then we are also going to be giving away an unclaimed hammer. This hammer was made by Beasler Blacksmith, and it was part of our great Blacksmith Christmas giveaway live stream, and the person did not claim within 24 hours. So, ouch for them, their loss, someone's gain. And so all of these, I'll go ahead and mention it now, all of these items, you can go back to the main screen, all of these items are open internationally. So we will ship these anywhere in the world. So, you know, keep that in mind. So any of our international friends out there, you've got just as good a chance as any. And if no one claims that hammer this time around, it's just going to go in my tool rack, and I'm going to enjoy using it myself.
The default function.
Yeah, that's the default function. So, like I said, the guy previously, the person that won it during the Great Blacksmith Christmas Giveaway Live, did not get with us, and they did not claim their prize within 24 hours. So there it is. I'm doing as I said. No tolerance. Zero tolerance or chill when it comes to that.
Yep.
So, yep. So it goes without saying, claim your prize within 24 hours or it will be part of the next month's giveaway live. So, yep.
Corey Shire asks, can they be bolted together instead of welded on the guillotine tools?
Let me think. Yes, the C-frame is a weld-together option. The A-frame could be bolted together, and you could figure out something for a hardy stem or some way of connecting it in the, actually in the vise or something like that. But the C-frame itself, the way it's designed, is to be welded together. Now, that's not saying that you can't drill and tap some smaller screws, like screw holes, like bolts, to bolt the whole thing together. But you will probably run into you'll have to do a little findangling to take and do it that way. It could be done that way. The A-frame would be the most conducive to being bolted together versus doing the, doing the C-frame that way. Yep.
Good evening, Dana.
Evening, Dana. Good to have you here.
Glue it together with metal glue.
Yeah. So C-frame guillotine tools, there are bolt-together options out there. I do not offer those options. I offer weld-together kits. It's the quickest, cleanest, fastest way to take and get there. So, and MG Izzy 210. Woo! Welcome to the Golden Mastersmith.
Yes.
Woo! Everybody give them a round of applause for the membership. Thank you very much.
I think you're the only active Golden Mastersmith at this time.
Yeah,
so that's
right.
pretty cool.
Nobody else is golden.
Yes.
Or Mastersmiths, I guess.
Suppose so.
So, awesome. Yeah, so there are some bolt-together C-frame options and A-frame options out there that other makers make. What I have found with bolting together things is there is always a problem with, so let's say it like this. If you don't torque things right, things loosen up as you hammer it. If you over torque things too tight, then things get stuck. So like the guillotine die itself can get stuck. You know, it can basically hang up, and then you can't get it out, right? Because as you're pounding on this die, even if you've got high carbon tool steel dies, eventually they build a little bit of a swell out, right? They kind of get just like a struck tool. You've seen it on the ends of punches and things like that. Guillotine dies will do that same thing. They'll develop a little bit of pucker, just a little bit of mushrooming. And if it's bolted together, it's not a problem. You can unbolt it and take it out. It's kind of a just bolt together. It's hard to get it just to get the fitment just right. I've used bolt together guillotine tools. I don't personally like them. I like the weld together options better myself. And if I feel the die's getting a little sticky, I go and I grind off what little burr is on there and then put it back in service. So thank you, Melissa Wilson, for the $10 super chat to help with the shipping. Everybody give that a round of applause as well. So I don't think anybody knows how to use clappy hand emojis.
Yeah.
So
They
it's
have
under
kinda changed it up.
emojis. So emojis on your phone, you have a little search bar, and you can search clapping, right? Or you can write clap, and then it'll show a little emoji hand. See, then you can do the little clappy hands.
Yeah, that's right. We do like to do that with super chats.
Although I did it once where I was like clappy hands, and it just spelled out clappy hands.
You know, I think they did.
It literally just did clappy hands. It didn't even give me the emoji. So I thought that was funny. So
Dana, I hope the job interview goes well for you.
Dana, awesome. Fingers crossed for you, brother. We'll be praying that goes really well for you.
Janet McComb received her order today, and she says thank you for the extra items as well.
You're very, very welcome. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. We're glad to do that. We're glad to do that. So, yeah. So, welcome to everybody. Welcome Rob. Welcome Janet. Welcome Danimals. Welcome Scott Carlson. Welcome Speargrass. Leland Hawk. Thomas Goodymoot. Michael Edwards. Ian Clark. Hello, hello, hello. Good to have y'all. And I'm just reading from what I can see on the little deal there.
Yes.
It's weird. I'm usually not behind the camera.
Yeah, right.
I'm usually behind the camera and not behind the scenes here. So sometimes I have to remind myself to look at the camera.
Yeah.
You have to remind yourself from time to time to look at the camera. Otherwise you're
like,
what did they say about my big toe? Oh, it's big.
Possum sausage.
See? Possum sausage.
A lot of clappy hands.
Found the clappy hand button. Oh, yeah. Thank you all for your generosity. Greatly appreciate it.
Nathan McAlpine, we saw your email. Haven't responded yet, but we have not forgotten yet. So
yeah, we haven't
get to you.
We're a little behind. We're a little behind on some things. Had a blizzard come through. That put me behind on work because I was busy pushing snow, having fun, kind of playing, really playing in the snow, just about. So I have a lane that's basically, the lane is right at 100 feet long. It's just a little over. It's like 110-ish feet, depends on where you just take your measurement from. So I have a lane that goes up to the shop that I have to keep clear, and then there's also a big wide staging area outside the shop where you can swing a trailer around or do whatever you got to do. So like a large gravel parking lot, and so I had to take and push all that off and get clean. So when I get to, and we drift real heavily here. I think in total, we only got like 12 to 14 inches is what most of the area got. But where we're at, we catch a lot of wind, and it kind of dumps it where we're at. So we ended up having some areas of our drives and stuff were 4 feet deep of snow. So that took quite a bit of time to clear out and push into some gigantic Walmart parking lot mounds, and but was able to get it done, and it came out pretty good. So anyways, that took a little derailment, and then we've been busy, been slammed, been real slammed with work and things. So but we will get back with you as soon as possible.
Jeremy Clinton says, thanks for your videos and advice over the years. Really helped out my smithing abilities. Keep up the fantastic work, Roy.
Very welcome. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate all the kind accolades. I really do.
Melissa Wilson said, Jess, I have ordered the stuff to start enameling copper. I have watched all your videos about it. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome. I look forward to seeing how that goes. Maybe you can tag us or send us a photo when you've made a couple of projects. It'd be great to see.
Yeah. What else? You got another one on
yes.
your list here?
Yes. Stone in the Field says, are you still working with Holland Anvil? I like the anvil and swedge block I bought from them. Thanks for that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, so I am still, I'm still well associated with, Greg and Hobie over there at Holland Anvil. I don't work for them or with them technically, but they have sent and supported the channel on numerous occasions, especially over the live stream. Sent that great little anvil that was like the jewel of the whole show. It kind of stole the show, if you will. So they've done a lot to support the blacksmithing community, a lot of blacksmithing organizations and stuff as well. And so I feel very honored that they choose to support me in those endeavors as well. So Greg and Hobie, great guys, and offer a really great product. So I haven't seen any of their stuff where I'm like, I don't like that. No, if any of it, it's all like drooling, it's all like, ooh.
That'd be nice. Like that
Maybe
one
I
giant
could.
anvil.
It's like, well, I've got 2 of those already, so no, Roy, you don't need a third. No, you don't need one of those. I have to tell myself no a lot and close my wallet. Hold on to it tightly when I get around Greg and Hobie because they got some great products there. So.
Possum Sausage says, I want to make a trip to Holland Anvil and see if I can make some deals on seconds. Do you know if they would do that?
That'd be a question for Greg.
Yeah, we've never been there, but
yep,
I think they're like, what, 4 hours at
yeah.
least from us?
Yeah, so one important thing, I was asked a few weeks ago, I think it was a few weeks ago, about communication. So there was a person who was asking how my experience has been dealing with Greg and Hobie and customer relations and that sort of thing. I have to be fully honest. I come from a position of being a social media influencer, and so therefore, like, if I get sent a anvil for free, well, obviously my relationship's probably going to be better than most, right? Like my experience, I can't speak on the experience of like as if I was a customer that went out and bought something from them. So I really can't speak to that effect. Every conversation I have had with Greg and Hobie, they're great guys. They're great guys. I've talked and I've met with them in person at many of the blacksmithing events, and I know what they do around the blacksmithing community and all the various organizations that they support. So I would expect nothing but good customer service from them. Now, again, your mileage may vary. If you come in with screamy, shouty comments at them, you're probably going to get screamy, shouty comments back. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. I can't vouch for that type of for that end of the equation. So that being said, again, I was asked about that. But one thing to keep in mind, as I've had many conversations with Greg and Hobie, is the things they do for the blacksmithing community is like a hobby. That's like a hobby for Greg and Hobie. What their actual casting company does is works in the automotive industry and all sorts of other crazy, like we're talking big contracts, right? Like large things. So what they do for the blacksmithing community is really, it's a sideline item. It's a side hobby item for them. So with that being said, right, if they can't quite get back to you ASAP, like in a moment's notice, it might be because they've got a lot of other stuff on their go and on their plate. So just keep that in mind, just like as if you were to try to take, if I was doing this as a hobby and you just happen to see me on Facebook or Instagram and you're like, hey, I'd really like you to make me a whatever, because I like to see. And I don't do this full-time as a full-time job or occupation, you would be subjected to my whims, so to speak, right? Like if you really wanted to get that, it would be whenever I could get around to it. So, yeah.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind. So hopefully that'll explain that out a little bit better.
Let's see, Ross Sidebotham says, hi from South Wales, UK. I've just built my first coal forge, first forge ever, out of a 15 kilogram gas bottle.
Awesome. Very cool. Hello, hello. Welcome to the blacksmithing community.
Paul Pratt said, made my first hook. Thanks for the videos. Now I just need an anvil.
He made his first hook?
Yep.
Yay. Awesome. Congratulations, Paul Pratt.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of small projects you can technically get away without having an anvil, you know, just kind of a chunks of steel to start with if you have the ability to, probably if you had a vise and some tools in the vise, like you could probably get quite a bit done still.
There's a lot you could do. Huh.
Rob says, hey, did I ever mention that Mark Asper used my Holland anvil at Quad State?
I think you may have said it a time or two, Rob.
Never be
and you're not proud of that fact at all, are you? Not proud in the slightest. Not proud in the slightest.
David Redner asked a little earlier, with the C-frame, can you fuller both to the front and back, as well as to the left and right? Basically, is it a square?
Yes. So when the C-frame is facing in, if you're running your steel in this orientation, that's fullering something out this way. And then the purpose of the C-frame versus an A-frame is you can also turn it in this orientation and widen out whatever it is that you're working on. So there's enough room there to spread the material wide as lengthening or fullering out the material. Now, I will say I generally do not use C-frame. I don't use guillotine tools in that way. Generally, what I use guillotine tools for is top and bottom die tooling, so things where I need to put in grooves all the way around a piece, necking down pipe. I use them with swedges to create like rope swedging on things. I use them for specialty dies. I use them for making tenons. They're really handy for making tenons on architectural work. So that's kind of what I use a C-frame for. I almost use I pretty much use the C-frame tool in general for I use it for a replacement, a good replacement to having a top set and a bottom tool and a bottom set for whatever it is you're working, right? So that's what I use it as a replacement for. It frees up a hand. Otherwise, you would have to have somebody strike for you, or a tool like the treadle hammer, or like a treadle hammer to be hitting your top tool while you're working in a bottom die. So that's what I use a guillotine tool mostly for. You can spread stuff on a guillotine. I've seen people do it. It's kind of clunky and slow, though. It is. You can do it. You can do it. It just takes time, and as long as you're not in a rush, go for it.
Niels Legrand says, how's it going, Roy?
Niels, good to have you, brother. It's going well. Welcome, welcome.
Stone in the Field says, what common size steel should a new blacksmith hobbyist keep on hand?
Okay, common sizes. So for a new blacksmithing hobbyist, I would limit your steel up to 1 inch square. Don't go any higher than 1 inch square. And I would say effective sizes of 1/4 inch material. 1/8 inch is nice, but do 1/4 inch material. So 1/4 in both round and square, 3/8 round and square, 1/2 inch round and square, and 5/8 round and square, and then even 1 inch round and square. Those are literally, out of everything I've ever bought, those are the thing that gets used up the most in my shop for almost every single project. If you need something with a good bit of volume, you can cut off a bit of 1 inch round, and forge you a whole door knocker out of it. A 3-inch piece of 1 inch round. You can forge it in. There's a lot of mass in that little bit of material. It's great for making tooling, things of that nature. Simple, mild tools, if you're not talking tool steels. And then everything else can be flattened or reshaped or drawn out or sized down to the appropriate size of things that you need. And so for in an architectural pursuit, I would say that that's your main ones. As far as flat bar stock, if you want to get into flat bar stock, get you some 1/4x1 and some 1/4x2. And then that will have you covered for a multitude, an absolute menagerie of projects out there. I would stay away from anything that's super weird or awkward or just got some god-awful knuckle or weird hole through it or mystery material. If you're going to go out and buy steel, buy good mild steel from a known manufacturer, and just go that way.
GWI Railroad says, Roy and Jessica, just wanted to say thank you for the Mr. Volcano Forge from the Christmas giveaway. I have it in the drying process, getting ready for the refractory process.
Very, very welcome. Very, very welcome.
Jeffrey Jones says, what weight and style of hammers do you recommend for someone starting out?
Weight and style hammers. So, if you're just starting out, some of this will depend on your body mass, your size too. Okay, it's something that you have to get a feel for, but generally the accepted term is a 2-pound hammer. You want to start with a 2-pound hammer, maximum of 3-pound, getting first started into this. Okay, 2 to 3-pound hammer, getting started out. My preference is a cross peen hammer. That is the universal, in my opinion, that is the universally most handy hammer to take and have in your shop. It is the most readily available and basically everywhere. You can get them in all different sizes. I would start with a 2-pound cross peen. I would also look for some different size ball peen hammers that have different size balls, different weight ball peen hammers. And then also, you can go into other hammers, like if you want to try out rounding hammers, give it a go. You want to turn like a turning hammer, like a proper farrier turning hammer, maybe give one of those a go. Like I am not one for just sticking with one type of hammer or one style. I have multiple things in my shop, multiple different hammers, and they all do a little something different. I've got everything from driving hammers that are just beater hammers to beat something into place, all the way to fancy, leafing hammers for doing leaf work. So just getting started, start with a 2-pound cross peen and make sure it's well dressed. The hammer isn't as much of an issue as the shaping, dressing of the hammer itself in its peen so it doesn't gouge your work. So you just want to find a hammer that is comfortable for you to use, and don't be ashamed that you got to walk away from swinging a hammer after 2 hours. Blacksmithing is a very physical craft. You have to build up muscle to it. Don't start in with 9-pound. With some big 9-pound hammer, I wouldn't ever recommend you doing that except for on short stints to drive drifts. But if you're trying to go up where you're working with a 6-7-pound hammer because you saw it somewhere on the internet, stay absolutely away from that. You're going to tear your tendons up. You've got to build some muscle around it. I'm not going to go out and go lift 1,000 pounds tomorrow. Just not happening. Just not happening. My body will not handle that. So I can't even imagine trying to go out and doing that. Just like, I'm also not a CrossFitter, so I'm not going to go run 20 miles tomorrow, with sandbags on my back. That ain't happening either, right? So blacksmithing is a physical craft, so give yourself time to grow the muscle and the stamina that's needed to do the work. And just adjust the hammer to what feels good to you. Yep.
David Reednor asks, Roy, what is your opinion of doing the ABANA blacksmithing testing?
Well, great question. So ABANA has a new program out that is their national curriculum is what they're calling it. Sorry, went brain dead there for a second. And it's kind of like a guided step plan, and it's peer reviewed. So, there's got to be people that are going to review your progress, so you can self-submit. So you could do your work, but then you still have to show your work to somebody else who's part of the program already, and for them to kind of give you an overall grade, right? For them to kind of grade you on your stuff and tell you where you could work out better, you know, before they will certify you for a particular level of the national curriculum. So I have two thoughts. I have two thoughts on the national curriculum as it stands. So the first thought is I think it can be really great and useful for anybody who's looking for a guided kind of step-by-step way of doing, you know, a direction in forging, right? Sometimes when we get out in our own shops and you've got the weekend, you pulled all your stuff out of the garage and you're just ready to start smithing on something. Yeah, you're whacking around on stuff. You're having a good time. That's great. But sometimes it's hard to develop a direction because you don't know where your skills are at, so to speak. So I think that the ABANA national curriculum can be really good in that instance. So I think that can be really good. So that's the first thought on it. It's been well thought out. The CBA has been using, basically, ABANA purchased this from CBA, but there's a long story behind it. Anyways, it's been well thought out. It was headed up and led and thought out by Mark Asbury himself for a very long time. It's been very well vetted and tested, so it is a good, sound curriculum. So there's nothing, I can't say anything bad about it on those regards. So the second point I'll talk about the national curriculum is people go two ways on that. Anytime you create a standard for anything, I don't care what it is, right? If you say all blue socks go in this bin, someone's going to bring you a pink sock someday. Right? So there's always going to be that, no matter, just anytime you create a standard, there's going to be that. So you'll hear some differencing of opinions. You'll have people who will be all for it. You'll have other people saying, no, blacksmithing should be open to everyone, and they take it the wrong way as well. And then you'll have the other flip side of that coin where people will go, well, I'm a national curriculum instructor, so I've got a feather in my cap, that kind of thing. You're going to run into that. My advice is to stay away from all of that completely and only do the national curriculum if you want to progress yourself as a smith. Do it as a way of progressing your own skills and abilities. Just like if you watch any of the 1,800 videos of educational content I have here on YouTube, you're not doing that under the guise of trying to prove anything to anybody. You're doing that under the betterment of yourself, right? And in your own smithing abilities. And so keep your eyes on your own homework, so to speak. So those are my thoughts on the national curriculum.
I was going to say somebody who was trying to go through it. I'm trying to find the exact comment. Somebody said they were trying to go through the curriculum, but they've not had any luck actually reaching out to the certified instructors to try to get their stuff approved. So there's like a kind of some difficulty there with the communication.
So if you're having a problem with that, my suggestion is that you get straight with the ABANA board themselves. So find somebody who's a part of the ABANA organization and reach out to them. And then they'll be able, again, that's the main thing that's overseeing all of that, right? And you have to do realize that these are just people behind this, right? And they all have lives, and they're all blacksmiths, and they're all doing their own little things. So they may not be right at the beck and call, but do everything you can, then reach out, and you'll just have to see where you go. I hope they will get. They're in the process of launching this now, and so therefore they're trying to get more people, more instructors, right, full-fledged instructors that can then grade down, and you can send your stuff to, and get that. So it's going to take a little while. They're going to have some bumps and bruises along the way, but all in all, I think as long as it doesn't go down the route where there's a bunch of people who do it just to stick a feather in their cap and kind of push everybody else down, as long as it doesn't go down that route, as with anything, like I said, when you develop a standard, as long as it doesn't go down that dark trail, I think it'll be a good thing for blacksmithing overall. Because, again, you don't know what you don't know. What that means by, if you don't know how to draw a taper on something, you don't know how to draw a taper on something. Yeah, you might be beating something into a taper-like shape, but that doesn't mean you're efficient at it or that it's effectively a taper at the end of the day. So, you know, having a way of going through a process and having a guided step-by-step could be very foundational and helpful for some people. Some people don't care, and all they want to do is mash whatever metal, and they call it great. There was a guy years ago that would take blacksmithing classes from me. He was part of another organization, and he would come and take classes with me, and he would not listen to a flippin' thing I said in class. He was there, he was having fun, his abilities never improved. You know, I've wondered why he was in my class for. Right? I just like, they never improved. He never listened to any instruction. He was just there smashing stuff, and he was happy with that. So that's fine too. You know, the craft's big enough for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I was going to answer a question. I was trying to pull up the exact thing here.
Okay.
Keith Tenzing says, have you done a how to photograph your work video? We have not done a video on it per se, but I have written an ebook, and I'm trying to remember the exact title. Let's see here, because we have a bunch. So yeah, I did. It's titled Everyday Photography for Blacksmiths, and the easiest way to get to it. Yeah, that's up here. You probably won't.
They're not.
If I get in closer,
they're not gonna be able to see it. You'd have to go Google search it.
Yeah. The easiest way to get to the digital downloads and stuff on our website is to go to blacksmithpdfs.com. That's a landing page we have. And then there's a section titled ebooks, and then you can find it there, Everyday Photography for Blacksmiths. But yeah, I worked on that, and I went pretty in depth. I talk about, you know, photographing your ironwork with like just both a camera and like a digital SLR camera and a cell phone. And that way, you know, no matter what type of camera you have, there's information there that can help you do a better job of taking photographs of your ironwork. And whether it's just for posting it or if it's for selling it, you know, it really is important to have good quality photographs of your work, because once it goes out the door, you don't get a chance to re-photograph it. So I took some really terrible point and shoot photos back in the day that were blurry and a bad backdrop, and it's like, oh, okay, you made the thing, but all right.
Nathan McAlpine, take care, brother. Glad you're here, and glad you were able to get here and watch the stream for a little bit. Take care. We'll be in touch very soon. So yeah, we'll get it. You know, we'll get into some of the more specific, some of the goals and some of the things that we've got planned for the year in the members stream. That's one of the things I want to talk about, you know, with the channel members, and let everybody know kind of where we're going and the direction of the channel in the member stream. But one of those things we'll be taking and releasing more information. I really want to take and get into more dedicated information around like the business side of blacksmithing, the photography, right? You know, some of the other things that aren't so, you know, talked about, you know, so those type of videos are coming, and probably even some courses as well that we're working on putting together. So there's gonna be some neat stuff coming up this year. So. Yep. All right.
David Henderson said, I'm going through the curriculum myself, finally started taking classes at the end of last year. Some of the stuff on the curriculum we've done in class, and I get it signed off there. The other stuff
Awesome.
I do at home, and then I bring it in. I know there's some people who do the entirety at home and the email photos or videos of it. I think Waters Ironwork is doing some videos on the curriculum.
Awesome. Rob. Yeah. If you ever hear the terminology cheek spreaders, Brazil nuts, or a few other things, that was me who started that. I apologize. Or as Ivan would say, my apologies, my son.
Tim O'Connor, thank you for the $5 super
you,
chat.
Tim.
Shipping donation per the usual.
Yeah, appreciate it. So And we'll be giving away something here very soon because we're about at our limit, honey.
We are going to have to do
start,
that, yeah.
We should start doing like a little mad rush of that and then get back to it, eh?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah, so I'll go ahead and, since, commentary is still going a little bit on the national curriculum, it's important to notate ABANA has said expressly, right? They are not trying to muscle in and make this a like, oh, this is like a have to do. All of this is optional, obviously, right? Like there's no particular, there's not like the blacksmithing Gestapo that's going to come out to your house and shut your forge down because you didn't take the course, right? Or anything like that, right? Like that's not what's going on. Everything is completely optional. It's just, think of it as another way of taking a course and learning more about blacksmithing. And so it is good if you've been at it for years, sure, run through the course. Hey, maybe you might find something, run into a little something different just by trying to meet someone else's standards than what you otherwise would have, right? So maybe you wouldn't have otherwise run into that particular situation because you would have just done it your own way in your shop using your own methods, right? Versus trying to go through the methods that are put out in the curriculum. So again, think of it as just another learning aid, and go for it. Go for it if you want to do it that way. So the downside to anything is narcissism, right? So if you start becoming narcissistic, you start becoming, if you start becoming egotistical about the fact that you have somehow achieved godly status in the smithing industry because you are a national curriculum instructor, that is hilarious. There's a lot of people who could wipe the floor with you with their ironwork that have nothing to do with ABANA or the national curriculum or anything out there. They just put time in at the anvil and get stuff done. So it's really not about that. What it's about is feeling the self-accomplishment of completing tasks, right, in an orderly fashion, and being able to see and show that, have a record and show to yourself, right, like what you're capable of. So it's a great kind of course-led way, and I highly support anything that's for good education that invites more people to get into this great craft. So no matter what form that takes, as long as it's inviting people in to the great craft of blacksmithing, I'm all for it. Possum sausage. Roy's going to dress in a Gestapo uniform and shut my forge down for using too much flux. Now that might happen. It'll be the flux Gestapo. No flux for you.
Good evening, Hayden LaBelle.
Hey, LaBelle. Hello, hello.
Keith Tenzing asked how our Christmas was.
It was very well. It was very well.
So, you said you wanted us to go ahead and do some giveaways?
Yep. We need to give some stuff away now. So,
okay.
Because, well, if we don't,
we will run out of time.
We will run out of time. We will try to hit 6 on the nose, but I doubt we will.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So now we're going to start commenting for giveaways. So,
which one do you want to do first?
Well, we're going to start with the top one. We are going to be giving away an A-frame guillotine toolkit now. So, yep, comments for the giveaway, and we will start with the A-frame guillotine tool. So go ahead and go to that beautiful bean footage, Jess.
Give me 1 second.
Pinning the message, are you?
Yes.
Look at you. All right. In tonight's giveaway, the very first thing that we're going to give away is going to be the A-frame guillotine toolkit. So this is open to international. Anybody who's here, it's open internationally and here in America as well, obviously. So anywhere foreign, domestic, abroad, whatever you want to call it, it's open worldwide. I should have just started with worldwide, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should have.
I should have started with worldwide. So, all right. So you just comment something with A-frame in there, and then you have 24 hours to claim your prize if you do in fact win it. Jessica's going to scroll and find one name at random, and we're going to draw for it. So now I got to find a way of making noise. I'm going to use the shaker bottle.
Without beating the camera.
I'm going to use the shaker bottle, okay? And that's going to be our datum, okay? When I come to the end with the shaker bottle, she's going to draw one name at random.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
Could get quite frothy.
Who do we have, Jess?
A little anticlimactic. Bear Fire Forge with Frame It Up.
Yeah, it's a little anticlimactic. It just looks like a stupid person shaking. Oh.
Bear Fire Forge.
Oh, man, that's so bad. It's so bad.
Should I hand you my bottle and you can beat them against each other?
Like a monkey. Yeah, that's what we'll do. It's a little I gotta get a little small. I gotta take and get a little small anvil in here.
Yeah,
for
we need
when
a little
do
bell
these.
or something.
That way I can
you
ring it
bang
away.
those two metal candle holders together.
Yeah, not doing that, eh?
Okay.
No.
Well, not the jars. Just take the metal parts out.
All right. So who won? Who was our winner? Sorry.
Bear Fire Forge.
Bear Fire Forge, you are the winner. Congratulations of the A-frame guillotine toolkit.
Yes.
Provided by yours truly at www.blacksmithingblanks.com. I'm getting pretty good at my announcer voice, I think.
You are.
I've been working on it for quite some time.
You have been.
It is hard to shill this good. It really is. It really is.
You've got to have that voice. That
All right.
convincing voice.
All right, so the next thing up for grabs is going to be the C-frame guillotine tool. I want to get through these so this way I can get back to doing some comments before it's all over and done with. All right, so the next one up for grabs is the C-frame guillotine tool kit that we'll be giving away, opened worldwide again, so comment along. When I get done knocking these two bottles together, Jessica is going to pick one name at random from the active commenter. So, all right, we ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Gotta make stupid faces. Who do we have?
We have Jonas Reisted with C-frame woohoo.
Jonas Reisted?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations.
Jonas.
Jonas.
I mean, yeah.
R-Y-S-T-E-D-T.
Reistedet.
Reistedy, Reistu.
Yeah.
Rasta. Jonas, congratulations. Again, 24 hours. Get with us.
Don't be the next person having your stuff recycled.
Yeah, don't be the next person where we just re-give it away to somebody else, eh?
Re-gifted.
So, congratulations, Jonas. Rice DDD, whatever your name is. The last N. All right.
Let's see here.
No, that doesn't work. Nope. This is probably a bad idea, but we're gonna try it.
Oh, well, it is louder.
Yeah, that's gonna probably break.
Yeah.
we're gonna go with a no there, Bob.
Okay, that's fine. No from Bob.
I'll drum over here.
Okay.
Off camera.
Sure.
That'll work better. Okay. It won't look weird at all, will it?
Not at all.
All right. Next thing up for grab is gonna be the skillet kit. Now this is a 3-piece set. It comes with a 12-inch skillet kit, a 10-inch, and an 8-inch skillet kit. Comes with the handles and the rivets to put everything together. So that will be the next item up for grabs. So comment away. And when I get done drum rolling on the windowsill over here, Jessica's gonna pick one name at random. Who do we have, Jess?
All right. We have Amy Verway with Skillet, Skillet, Skillet.
Amy Verway, hello. And Skillet, Skillet, Skillet. Congratulations. Amy Verway, right? Verway?
Yep. Yeah, they're spaced out.
Should we spell it out? Yeah.
That's correct.
It's probably like all put together as her actual name, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a Verway.
Maybe.
Or something like that. And so there's like Amy Verway.
Yeah. Or it might be like one of those like Stanley. Stanley.
Yeah.
Could be.
Really, her name's Barb. That's nothing to do with it at all. Alrighty. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right, now for the cool thing. Where is that hammer?
Where?
Oh, it's sitting way over there.
Oh,
on
should I
that.
grab it?
Yeah, you should grab it. I can show it off, eh?
I will grab it.
That'd be great.
Shall be
Now we're going to give away re-giveaway the Beasler Blacksmith hammer. Again, if it don't go, somebody don't claim this, dude, I'm taking it this time, okay? So, let that be a lesson to you. So this is a Beasler Blacksmith cross-peen hammer. He donated this for our great Blacksmith Christmas giveaway live stream, and unfortunately somebody did not claim it within that 24-hour window. So guess what? Now it's part up for grabs again. So there we go. Look at that. Ooh, nice. Oh, so nice. Looky there. Ooh, nice. It's made from that Flutagon or Atlantic 33. So ought to be in good shape.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And stop. It's hammer time. Yes, everybody with that MC Hammer references. That tells you the age of our crowd.
It does. It does.
You all are dating yourselves. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Who do we have, Jess, for the hammer?
We have S&S Smithing with Hammer Time.
Hey, S&S Smithing, congratulations. You won the Beasler Blacksmith hammer. Congratulations. Get with us 24 hours through the contact email in the description. Or it'll be mine forever. Forever.
And ever.
Oh,
And ever?
Huh.
Probably. All right.
good.
There we
Awesome.
go.
Well, congratulations to all the winners. Thank you all for being here for that. Greatly appreciate you all. So,
Saying we're old? Maybe.
yeah. Well, you're like-minded individuals. Let's say that. Here, you want that?
Sure. Sierra High Country said, Dad got a coal forge and an anvil, but a stroke made him incapable of pursuing this knife-making forging hobby. His beginner
Sorry to hear
equipment
that.
came to me. What is a good first project? I'm pretty outdoorsy. Tent stakes, maybe?
So a good project, if you're an outdoorsy person, tent stakes can be a very handy first project. It requires you to put at least one bend in something, and it requires you to take and basically put a point on the end of the bar. Anything you can start with that you can start by drawing a taper on something will be a good first project. So meat skewers, S-hooks, fire pokers, tent stakes, nails. You could do nails as well. Yeah, things like that. I'm sorry to hear about your dad having the stroke and not being able to do that.
Kevin Cummings says, I haven't seen any recent videos on YouTube. Am I missing something?
Kevin Cummins, no, you are not, but yes, also you may have been missing something. Make sure that your notifications are on, and make on YouTube. So that's the little jingly bell. You have to set it to on. And it doesn't work like it used to. You actually have to tell them what kind of notifications. When you first turn it on, what kind of notifications you want. So it may not give you notifications if I go live, or it might not give you notifications for like the community tab, but it'll give you notifications if my video goes live, right? You know, if I have a regular video. So make sure that those notifications are on.
Yep.
And then also make sure that the notifications are turned on your device, your phone, wherever you're accessing to be notified whenever we go live or whenever we put out videos. Now, to speak to the tardiness of videos real quick, I will speak to that. So part of my goal for this year is I'm going to amp up the level of content that I'll be putting out. What that means is I'm staying homebound this year. That I will be staying homebound this year. I have really reduced the amount of events that I will be going to or doing this year in an effort to raise the amount of content push that I actually put out on YouTube. There are several reasons for that. The main reason is I want to do that. I used to do that all the time. I used to have a lot of content flowing out. I have a lot of ideas in my head, and it's time for me to get on to doing those. I've kind of taken, I've kind of taken off till the first of the year, and I've got some videos that are already in the tank, just need edited and uploaded, and I will be back to posting regular videos in a regular format come February 1st. So February 1st, I will be going back with a full-time effort on YouTube. So just so everyone knows. So that's kind of where the channel's heading. Again, I'll get more into that with the member stream as well. But the new direction of the channel is I will be going back to 3 a week content is my aim. I want to put out 3 videos a week of content for the whole year of 2024. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of things that I want to do. I've gotten away from that, and it's just a good, just like getting back to hitting the weights, right, or working out. It's just a good thing for me to take and do, and to get re-practiced into taking and putting out content. It is really easy to slack off because there's no one telling you that you must take and video nothing, right? Like so it's really easy on YouTube to kind of get fat, lazy, and slow. I guess you would say, where you're like, I'm only going to do 1 video every 6 months. And then the YouTube channel eventually dies because YouTube will just drop you like a hot kite. So, you know, so it's really good to invest in the platform. I have more reach that I want to take and do. I have more outreach. I have more, what do they call it? It's slip of my brain. Not altruistic. What do people do? What is that? Philanthropy or whatever. I have a lot more I'll just say it easy. Why am I trying to use big words? Roy's not smart. Big words. I'm going to use small words that Roy can understand. More giving. I've got a lot more giving stuff I want to do. I have a lot of things I'd like to do with the channel. And that won't do good if YouTube puts me in the basement somewhere, right?
Right.
And hides me under a pile of boxes, or old newspapers. So the goal for this year is to take and go up to 3 videos a week. That is my goal. We'll see how close I come to that. That doesn't mean that there will be a lack of quality either. I'm still putting an effort into the quality videos. I believe I've always had fairly good quality videos. It's just it's always a hassle to try to get them seen. So, you know what? Gonna kick YouTube in the face by, burning up their server space is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill up their server space with my face until I can't be ignored. So, but mainly, I want to do that out there for all of you subscribers. I want to provide you guys with something to watch, something to enjoy. I know there's several channels that I've watched that I personally follow and watch, and they've done less and less and less and less videos, and I enjoyed getting a weekly video from them. I'm like, what the heck? Where's the, where's their video? I was like, where's the video at? David Henderson, welcome to the Bella's Boy tier. Thank you. So, yeah. So, more video content coming. And, there will be a bunch starting February 1st. I do not plan on, for the rest of this month, there will not actually be any videos except for shorts. There'll be some YouTube shorts that Jessica's made up for the meanwhile. And so if that's not your bag, that's okay. But plan on February 1st, there will be a nice scad load of videos that'll be coming out starting February 1st. Yep.
Which is Thursday.
It starts on a Thursday. In what, 2 weeks?
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly 2 weeks.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty close to 2 weeks. Yep. Rob Huff says no Goshen classes.
So probably no. I'm probably not going to do any Goshen classes this year, unless I can fit it in with something else I'm doing. Right now, my main plan. I still got to talk to Jamie about that. My main plan for this year is I have a class with Zach at ZH Fabrications. I have a upcoming class with him that'll be focusing on scrolling elements. And then I have a conference in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Do you want to go to those things? Or
yes,
no?
Yep.
I have a conference in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Heath Miller, thank you for gifting 10 Christ Center Ironworks memberships, by the way. So the AACB conference, I will be one of the main demonstrators there for demonstrating Baroque style elements. I'm going to be focusing on filigree scrolls there, so I've got a lot of prep work I've got to do in the spring here of the year to take and go to the conference there. And then my last event that I plan on being at this year is Quad State, at the Quad State Roundup, and then back home, and that's what we'll do. So, yep.
Possum Sausage says, Roy, what's the scoop on your secondary channel that was rumored a while ago?
The scoop is I'm still working on it. That's the scoop. That's the current scoop. I'm still working on it. The secondary channel that I'm working on, the super secret secondary channel, I can't go half-cocked off on it. I have to make sure that it is a fully fleshed out from the moment of go. And so I'm not ready to let that go yet. So once it's live and there's some traction there, I will let everyone know about that super secret secondary channel. Until then, it can just be a fun little Easter egg. You can just try to hunt for it on YouTube. What would Roy name it?
What would Roy do? Michael Wright says, not doing the ABANA conference?
Well, yeah, I won't be doing the ABANA conference this year. So.
Yep. There's a lot of good events out there, but that's the problem, right? In order to focus, you got to be able to stay put without all the time that it takes to pack up and to travel and go around to events.
Yeah, part of the AACB conference, right? Is that what it is? AACB. Part of the Murfreesboro conference is going to be a section, a selection of techniques that I'll be showing and demonstrating that I will be applying to my Masterwork grill. So I have a Masterwork grill that I am working on, and that's like a long process, and I have not been able to get really dug in because I've been doing conferences and I've been teaching and I've been going all over the world, like not all over the world, but all over, the great United States here, and doing a ton of traveling, and that usually eats up weeks and months of time. And I haven't had the chance, with all the other work things that are going on, to really sit down and dig in with those projects. So that's kind of the effort of reducing the amount of conferences and the amount of events that I do this year. So, but yeah, if something does pop up and it's like, I think I can do it, I may do that. But as of right now, I'm planning on just doing the 3 things that I've mentioned this year, and that's already enough. It's pretty big. Like Quad State is like a whole month. There's 30 days of prep work just for me to show up at Quad. So that's 1 month gone. I will be spending about 2 months preparing for the AACB conference. So now we've got 3 months gone, right? And I will spend a few weeks anyhow, prepping for my class at ZH Fabrications. So, call it 4 months out of my year. So a third of my year is already ate up with events, classes, venues, things like that. So, which makes it hard to be in the shop, and it makes it hard to get good video content out, and it makes it hard to, keep up with the rest of the goals for the year. So, yep. So I will say this. I want to say this about Goshen. That's just a Royce thing. Goshen is a really awesome place to take a class. If you get the opportunity to go take a class at Goshen, Ohio, you should. Get in touch with Rob. He can put you in touch with Jamie. Great place to take classes. I have absolutely loved teaching there, and I will continue to teach there in the future. This year, I have to take a bit of a pause on some of the conference and things. I was kind of negotiated out to do these things last year. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But great people. Can't say enough about Jamie. He's awesome. And Rob's awesome. Yeah.
So we do need to be drawing to the end of our stream, but we still have one announcement we have not yet covered. And that is what this year is going to be the year of.
Oh, yeah. So, we do need to draw to the end. Right? We're 7 minutes over. That's the way it works, right? So, this year, the year of, right? We've been doing the year of now for what, 4 years?
Yeah.
Ish, 4 years ish. We've been doing the year of, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this year, instead of us doing one particular item and we stick with that item throughout the entire year, we thought that it would be fun to take and do a year of the mystery tool. So every month, so the way it'll work is at the next live stream, we will have a mystery tool. We'll have to announce it ahead of time, but then in that live stream, we will put up a black cutout of the next month's mystery tool. So during that, and it'll just be fun. It's just for fun. You don't win anything if you guess it, or whatever, but it'll be just a little bit of fun of seeing, building that anticipation for the next live stream, the next giveaway live stream. So that's kind of the goal this year. It's going to be the year of the mystery tool. That allows me a lot more leeway to pick what I would like to take and give away. And so I can pick everything from fairly expensive items all the way down to really cheap items. But in general, what I like to keep the year of to is hard to get items, or items that are sometimes a bit above the budget of a beginning smith. So I like to take and give away some pretty impressive tooling once a month for that. So this year is going to be the year of the mystery tool. Very cryptic, I know. So, one month it may be an anvil, next month it might be a post vise, the following month it might be a gas forge, maybe it's a coal forge, who knows? Who knows what we'll get into? It could be an entire shop. Not my shop, but, a starter kit, who knows? Who knows what it might be? So that's the kind of the excitement. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Everybody can kind of try to give it some guesses, and do things like that. And then that will lead us all the way up to our great Blacksmith Christmas giveaway live stream. So this year is the year of the mystery tool. So be on the lookout right around February. I will have the announcement video for that of the year of the mystery tool, and we'll have our first cutout item. You know how they do that, where they have the outline of the item, but it's all blacked out, and then they put like a little question mark? That's what we're going to do. So it's going to be kind of cool.
What does your shirt mean? Michael Wright asked.
This was a mess up shirt.
Well, the logo is Champ Ironworks.
Yeah, well, no, it's a mess up of his logo. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
This is a Champ Ironworks shirt by Jeremiah Champ, but they messed his logo up, and so it's a messed up logo shirt. He just gave it to me at a quad state once. So he had like a box of like 200 of these where they messed all the printing up on them. And this was supposed to be his touch mark, and it wasn't. So
I gotcha.
Yep.
Corey says, I like the idea of giving away a large 100-pound propane tank from Home Depot that the winners can go local to pick up. No shipping, maybe with the first gas fill added in too.
This sounds like a personal problem you may have there.
Keith, it was a mystery of what we were giving away tonight, so it still counts. You didn't know what we were giving away tonight.
Possum sausage. So, skipping the giveaway in January. Year of only 11 giveaways. No, we do double on Christmas, so, it worked out. So, anyways, I think it'll be a fun thing to do.
We do have one other announcement.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
What is it?
The Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Thank you for cutting me off there.
Sorry.
Anyways, yep. So I think it'll be a good time. I hope you guys will, enjoy us and enjoy doing this with us going forward. Thank you for all the channel members, by the way, everybody who's signed up and everybody who's supported us over this past year, and last year and the year before and everything else. So, Yep, greatly appreciate it. So speaking of support, we are going to go over the numbers that we were able to give to the Ronald McDonald House charity, which is, Jess, no drum roll needed, I guess.
$730.59.
Yep.
So you guys can probably see it a little better than we can on our end at the moment, but we did it as we were able to dedicate it. And so we dedicated it, you know, on behalf of the blacksmithing community. And so we were happy to do that, and so glad that everybody was able to join with us and help us to support a charity that could use some support.
Yeah, yeah. So for any of you who don't know what that was, we did a special, every year that we've started up, every year beyond what we do for our giving during the Great Blacksmith Christmas Giveaway live stream leading up to that, we take our November earnings through December earnings, up to December 25th, I think it is.
Yeah, anybody who used a specific coupon code,
Yep.
then we donated 10% of their order total. And
Yep,
then
we gave you 10% off, our customers 10% off, anybody who purchased anything through us, through our website, and used that coupon code. And then we gave them 10% off, and then we also took 10% of that order total of the money that you gave us, and we gave that to the Ronald McDonald House charity this year. So, and we were able to raise $730.59 for that. So that's pretty awesome. So good job, everybody who supported us on that.
Yes.
And you know, that was a great way of doing that. The 2 years prior that we were doing it, we did the St. Jude's. So we supported the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. This year we decided to do this past year we did the Ronald McDonald House, and who knows what charity we might do this upcoming year. So we've been trying to increase the charitable giving around here as we go forward, because I like giving. I like increasing holiday cheer. So.
All right. Well, as a quick reminder before we close, we are having a secondary member stream here in roughly 45 minutes-ish. And if you're a member, the way you will find the link to that, because it's a private live stream, is you will go under the community tab over at our homepage here on YouTube. Yep. And then there will be community tab, and you click on that, and then it'll be like the first post underneath there that shows, it'll have a link, and it says, you know, here's the members live stream link. So we'll be happy to answer more questions and get into more of the plans for the year.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe even more rants, you know, that we have time for.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so that live stream will be starting right around 7 to 7:15. So, you know, be on the lookout for that live stream, channel members. And thank you, everybody, for being here. If you're not a channel member yet and you want to become a channel member, and you're like, hey, what secret stuff are they talking about on the live stream? Members Live, you can go ahead and become a member. Again, you just go to the main page, YouTube channel page, and you can find that fairly easily and do a little walkthrough there. So, but thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream this evening, and be sure to be on the lookout for some more great content here coming up February 1st. So, God bless you all, and have a good night.